expressing this way the joy of life. By this constant changing of the way the swords are handled, they symbolize death and rebirth. During the second and the third phase of the mystery, as well as during their static dance, the dancers execute many turns around themselves. The Egyptologists have provided us with a very important explanation for these turns. They have found out that every body, which is turning around its own axis, turns parallel to the axis of the earth, but in our case the dancers also turn in the same way as the anti-clockwise turning of the earth. So the dancers are not only following the same route as the turning of the earth, but they also turn parallel to the earth's axis. Once the ascension is complete, the ritual becomes fast and joyous. This is where the family and friends who were not allowed to follow now join in the dances. They will be part of the ritual in all its aspects, showing this way the coexistence of the reborn with the mortals, and they will even be placed in front of the static circular dance, something they were not allowed to do before. These winged bullas now will be literally dragged by the joyful living in various parts of the city and will be constantly supplied with food. The Egyptians believed that these creatures, having emerged from the underworld, are very fragile and could very easily perish again. So in order to remain among the living, they become stronger and should be constantly fed. According to the Egyptian Book of the Dead, all the gods provide the newly risen with their food so that they should not die, and don their clothing, also that of white linen, cloths and sandals. The ritual doesn't stop during the night. The dancers do not take their clothes off, nor sleep, and they are not allowed even to sit. This is what the ritual asks of them, to stay exactly the same way they came to life as it is written in the Book of the Dead. The next day the ritual goes on exactly the same way. The bullas will keep on dancing throughout a constant state of eating and drinking. The conceptions of this static circular dance and of the mystery are identical. Each dance describes the mystery. The only exception is the fact that during the static dance the swords are in the dancers' sheaths and they are drawn only when motion is involved. Death and resurrection in this case is stated by the sittings of the body. The slow part of the dance, the 4/4 rhythm, is called zamiko, a term whose sense is equivalent to the tall upright trees which are placed above the tombs. In the Egyptian religion, the sense of resurrection is connected to flora and fauna. The fast part of the dance is called sirtos, which means shuffling in Greek, and it stands for the slow walking of the souls among the living. After Macedonia was attached in 1912 to the newly established Greek state, in an environment that was shaped after the departure of the Turks and was fully Christian, with only Greek features being accepted, the mystery was once again the subject of embellishment and arbitrary interpretations. The basic reason for this embellishment was the existence of the Slavic words in the vocabulary of the ritual, something that was not accepted by that community. The peak of this was the opinion that the ritual had to do with ancient Bacchic rituals, and this opinion was mostly upheld by Christians. This interpretation still stands as the official version of the mystery. Of course, the important thing is that the mystery eventually managed, through the arduous trials of its bearers, to stay intact throughout the centuries and today. Thanks to the science of Egyptology, a lost link of history has been found. The message of this link stands magnificently before us, conveying its important message. King Alexander the Great is alive.
Κάντο.
Λοιπόν, ό,τι είπαμε και δεν είπαμε.
The mystery will finally close by giving the oath of secrecy, which is characterized by its initiation and the commitment of the participants taking part next year, and with the swords facing the earth. For the oath, the master of ceremonies, the musician, sits in the middle of a circle that the dancers create, and they put their swords above his head, shouting, "Worthy!"